Hey guys, what's up? It's RagesSorrow here, and welcome back to Know Your Enemy, my weekly series of bossing guides designed to teach you how to kill the most fearsome creatures in RuneScape. In this week's episode, we'll be covering the supernatural vision of horror, the Corporeal Beast, using the melee attack style. Regardless of the boss you face, death is always a possibility, and against the Corporeal Beast, it is almost guaranteed unless you are very well prepared. Only bring items and gear you are willing to risk, and always bring an emergency teleport just in case. Now let's move on to some general information regarding the boss. Knowing your enemy is half the battle when killing a boss in RuneScape. On screen now you'll see a list of information regarding the boss's name, combat level, life points, attack styles, weaknesses, attack speed, etc. Familiarize yourself with this information, and then move on with the guide when ready. Knowing the objective of the boss you are fighting is always helpful, and knowing about the minions that are going to accompany them is even more helpful. Take time to familiarize yourself with the information provided below about your objective for the Corporeal Beast, as well as the minion that will accompany. Knowing the attacks and special attacks that boss can use against you is always helpful. Take note of the attacks and special attacks the Corporeal Beast can use against you, and once you familiarize yourself, move on with the video. Having confidence in your skills and abilities when facing off against a boss in RuneScape is always important. On screen now is a list of recommended levels and quests for killing the Corporeal Beast in a solo. Completion of Summer's End quest is required to fight the Corporeal Beast, and I would recommend at least the minimum levels listed before facing against him. Having the right weapons and armor when facing off against the boss can mean the difference between life and death. On screen now you'll see a list of weapons and armor recommended for the Corporeal Beast solo. If you do not have a certain item, or you're unable to afford it, then simply downgrade to the next best thing that you can. The loot is always the most important part of killing a boss. On screen now you'll see a list of rewards and loot that you can obtain from the Corporeal Beast. Now that we've covered the basics, let's move on to some setups for the Corporeal Beast, shall we? On screen now you'll see the most optimal setup for killing the Corporeal Beast. You want to make sure that you're using the Zamorakian Spear, as well as the best armor available to you to get the most life points when facing off against the boss. Make sure that you have your combat bar set up as shown on screen, that way you have a better chance of killing the beast, rather than just simply losing. Now that we've covered that, let's go ahead and head off to the Corporeal Beast. Once you're geared up and ready to go, it's time to head off to the Corporeal Beast. The fastest and safest way to get there is with the Games Necklace. You want to rub the Games Necklace and choose the fourth option. This will teleport you directly to the entrance to the Corporeal Beast Lair that you would have to go through in the wilderness to get to. But you can avoid all that danger. Once inside, you want to head to the east to the first cave. Once you pass through the passageway, you will be one room away from going into the Corporeal Beast Lair, so you want to avoid going through the next gate until you are absolutely ready. So, as we close in onto the Corporeal Beast's final location, let's go ahead and take a peek and see if we can see the big guy, shall we? There he is. Now, I'm going to show you how to kill him. Now that you have arrived in the Corporeal Beast Lair, it's time for you to kill him. Before doing so, make sure your quick curses are set to protect item, protect from magic, in either turmoil or piety. Once you have done that, you want to go ahead and activate any auras or scrimshaws that you may have brought with you. Then you want to go ahead and pot up by either drinking the Overload or whatever potion that you decided to bring with you, such as Extremes or Supers. Then go ahead and activate your quick prayers and head inside the boss's lair. You want to immediately start attacking him. Use Slice first, then another ability, and then back to Slice. You want to make sure that whenever you build up to where you can use any of your abilities that will reduce the amount of damage that the Corporeal Beast is going to deal to you, you want to activate those immediately. These on your bar are going to be Sever, Debilitate, and Pulverize, as well as Anticipation. You want to make sure that you use these as quickly as possible. Remember to use Smash as many times as possible, because this actually reduces the Corporeal Beast's defense and is going to give you a optimal chance to deal quite a bit of damage to him with any of your abilities, especially if you use it in combo with Assault. You're going to deal quite a bit of damage to him with 3 attacks that you hit him with. Now, you want to make sure that you're trying to conserve your food. Now, if you're having trouble near the end of the boss fight and you get to the point where your food is low, this is why we have the Guthix Blessing ability. This is going to allow those butterflies to heal you, and that's going to help you out quite a bit. Now, you want to make sure that you keep your prayer up at all times. If you have the Penance Aura, You shouldn't even have to worry about bringing a prayer potion with you. The reason being is you're going to take so much damage from the Corporeal Beast, he's going to constantly be refilling your prayer. Remember, use as many of your abilities that are going to reduce the damage that you're going to take, and is using the ability that is going to allow you to deal more damage to the Corp as much as possible. Now, once the Corp reaches 50% HP, he should spawn the Dark Energy Core. Now, this is where the boss fight gets a little bit more fun for you, especially if you are not used to soloing Corp this way. The core is going to jump about, As the core is jumping about, he's going to be trying to get onto the spot that you are on. What you want to do to avoid this is simply run side to side after using an ability. This will cause it to where you are not being drained of your HP, and the corp is not being healed by the core. Now, there are some abilities that are going to actually cause you to lag a little bit when killing him. Now, these abilities are the Guthix's Blessing, or it might be called Natural Blessing, I'm not exactly sure. It might be Natural Instinct, so I'm not exactly sure on the name of the ability at this moment. But there are certain abilities that are going to stall you in place. Now, the use of these abilities, you want to take note of them, that way whenever you're actually clicking, you'll notice if you need to click back away from a certain spot after you use that ability to click. Now, this is the whole purpose of this whole boss fight. Once it gets down to this point, you need to make sure that you are constantly moving side to side. That way the Corporeal Beast isn't going to land a hit on you. As long as you're able to do this effectively, and as long as you're able to heal at the same time while dealing damage, you should have no problems taking on the boss from this point on. And that's pretty much all that I can help you guys with in this guide. Simply keep moving, make sure to use your abilities wisely, use the abilities that are going to reduce the amount of damage you're going to take as much as possible, and always use Smash when it becomes available. That way you can deal more damage with your next attack. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this helps you when soloing the Corp in the future. If you did enjoy the video and you found it very informative, then feel free to leave a like rating, and feel free to even favorite the video and share it to your friends. And if you really enjoy my content, then feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I will be updating boss guides every week, as well as uploading a boss vlog every week. So stay tuned for that, guys. But other than that, guys, I've been RagesSorrow. As always, thank you very much for watching my video, and peace.